Shall we jump in front? Hey, how are we? So just coming in live after half of day 10 sort of completed. And I tell you what, it's so awesome to be walking with my men, with the men in my life that mean a lot to me, and the guys that have done it before, because it's super important when you're connecting with people to have that little bit of experience, because it can be quite difficult for those that have actually had a go at it and don't know how to do it. So that's sort of been a little bit of the case over the first 9 days. And to do it with you guys today, like best part of 300 socks
easy
went out today, but it wasn't about the socks. It's about the connection we have with people. The socks are just the tool. The socks are the thing we utilize to say g'day, but it's actually the connections we have. And we had lucky enough today to have Katie Patterson from Katie Patterson HR, when she's a member of the HIA, important member of the HIA, Victoria. To have her with us today was extraordinary, and some of the stuff we've done has just been amazing. But I'm going to keep it relatively short, and we'll do a bit more of a wrap up tomorrow night. But Shorty,
yeah,
I'm so grateful to have you in my house.
Thank you.
All right.
It's an honor and a privilege to be here.
Oh, in my community too. So this is what I'm loving, right? So Frankston,
Big heart,
isn't it?
big heart.
What have you seen so far that you want to share with people?
Such a beautiful community, Frankston. It's such a big heart, but there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of pain, but there's a lot of gratitude when that pain is acknowledged, because someone's actually hearing them. And you know what Cam's doing at the kitchen, what Peter Murphy is doing, what we're doing, what you've been doing, like all those things help within the community. And it has been such an impact to see people come up to us when you've been doing for the last 10 days already, come back and say, oh, look at the socks, check out the socks, thank you. And boom, instantly puts a smile on everyone's face. And it is that connection piece. And it's a beautiful community, and it's an honor and a privilege to be here in your community, sharing the story and connecting with people.
Yeah, beautiful. Love it. So I want to honor that, because you and I have been on a fair journey over the last couple of years, and to be able to be in each other's community means the world to both of us. Because like it's been up Lennox Head, for a little bit, and this more and everything was just amazing. So to have the return, I think is awesome. So
definitely. Thank you.
No, awesome. John, day 2 for you. It's always an amazing thing, but how's your heart doing this? How's your heart?
Oh, well, it's full. It's I know we're doing something good out there, and the reactions from people, it just validates what we're doing, and so it feels good. It's there's some real stories today, and which were raw and really touching. So I just appreciate people being willing to share those out in the community, and it helps with what we're doing, for people to actually give themselves permission to tell the stories. So yeah, but day 2 was awesome. I feel a bit more comfortable doing it. I've got take my training wheels off.
I'll put the P plates on the next. So over to you, Papa. Like first time into Frankston. What are your feelings in and around Frankston?
Well, as Shorty was saying, there's a lot of pain there. There's a lot of people looking for hope. There were a lot of people that turned the other way when they saw us, which supports the fact there are so many people who are in deep pain.
Yeah.
That they're finding it really hard to open up. But the ones that do, it's extremely humbling when they open up and they tell you what's been going on in their life. And to do that is, feel grateful you had the opportunity to do it. Because, walking up to people, it's, as you're saying, John, it's a bit nerve-wracking when you first go up, first times and everything else. We did it up in the Northern Rivers. I've done it around the local area in Newcastle, and down here now in Frankston. different responses from people all the time. But when somebody turns around, the timing, it's been so perfect for some people. Like one guy I walked up to, he told me he just broke into tears very quickly when I gave him the socks and told him what they were about. And he told me that his wife had just gone into a dementia ward, and she had, so he's feeling all of that separation at this time of year. But the fact that he said at the time, I almost burst into tears as well. His wife had said that she was short of socks and needed him to bring some socks up for her.
Beautiful.
So perfect timing.
Yeah.
And another woman who saw me came over and she said, "Oh, I want a pair of those socks. My daughter's got a pair. She told me about them, and I just really wanted to get a pair." Almost hugged me on the spot because she now had a pair of socks.
Beautiful.
They're getting some value in and around Frankston, which for me is what I love. You know, so I adore that. So I'm just going to swing around to you, Shorty. What's your biggest moment today? What's the one thing that stands out for you today? Although there's heaps, but the one thing.
Heaps. Oh, I'm going to say two,
Okay.
which I mentioned before.
Yeah.
We're in the Bayside kitchen there, and to have the owner Cam, Vanessa around the table, Peter Murphy from Parliament, us, you facilitating it, just the power of collaboration on how can we support one another, how can we support the local community, how can we support the kitchen, how can we support each other. It was just beautiful to sit back and watch and just listen to the ideas and listen to things flowing. It was such a beautiful piece. So that was a really big standout for me. The other piece was a mum, and she had two kids in a stroller, one of those double strollers. And I stopped her and I just acknowledged her. Thank you for doing your best right now. And you can see, just as soon as I said that, the eyes started to well up, and you could see her trying to hold back the tears. And I gifted the two young kids in the pram some socks each, and her. And I just really looked at her and I said, thank you so much. And you could see she was just about to burst crying, and she quickly hurried off because I think she didn't want to let her guard down. But just that instance, that her heart has been touched and she's been seen, she's been heard, and she's been acknowledged. And two little kids, right? This time it's doing it tough. So yeah, it was a beautiful, heartfelt moment.
Yeah, giddy up. Awesome. Thank you. John.
That?
Yeah. What's your top moment for today?
Look, it was a guy I went up to, and he told me he just recently got out of prison, and he'd had two friends commit suicide in the last month, I think, and that he wasn't feeling too good about himself either at the moment, but he's in it for the long haul for his daughter, and so he was really appreciative of getting some socks, and I gave some for him to give to her for Christmas, or just share them with her. So that was really powerful, and it was just you just don't know who you're going to go up to, and you just go up to anyone, and some people sort of say thanks and see you later, but some will actually tell you what they're going through, and that's when it's really hits home. Yeah.
No, thank you. Beautiful. Papa, what's your top moment today?
Well, I mentioned a couple of those times, but really at the end of the day, I don't see any of those being more special than any other. It was the fact that people changed the moment we gave them the socks. Some of the hardest looking people who were, standing there tough, just you could see them, even, men of all ages starting to well up. And so knowing that, as you said, it's not the socks. The socks are the catalyst to start those conversations. They're the tool, the pathway to get there. But it's the conversations that we have. And that's what I'd say to everybody over Christmas, just have conversations with people who are around you, because I guarantee that when you get into those serious conversations, look them in the eyes and give them your full time and let them open up. You'll be surprised what comes out in the conversations and the relationships you create with it.
Yeah, definitely.
And for you?
Yeah, well, thank you, Papa. So mine's a pretty interesting one. Like, we shared moments in the car, but there's a moment that I am more proud of than anything else, and that's my son. Like, he sits with me. He walks up to people he doesn't know and he thanks them for doing his best right now. He sat there today patiently listening to federal MP Peter Murphy, Cam to share the story. We've got Papa, we've got myself, we've got everybody sitting at the table, Katie, and he was involved in a conversation that supports the community that we live, work, and play in. He had a seat at that table, but didn't just sit there. He sat there and listened and engulfed the information. Also, when it was the right time, he knew when to give his socks to somebody that comes into the shop. So to be doing that with my son, it's so special. It's so special, and I'm just so grateful for that. You know, like I could sit here and share all the amazing stories of connection I have with all these other people, but the reality is, it's the connection with my son that it pays the biggest dividend.
Amazing.
You know, so yeah.
As you say, what goes out always comes back.
Yeah, and it's amazing. Like, it's just amazing. Like, yeah. But I'm gonna wrap it up because we've got some functions we need to get to, and I tell you what, if you ever wanted to learn more about yourself, if you ever wanted to learn more about how to connect with your community, reach out. I promise you, this is one of the most spectacular ways to do personal growth, to understand you, and to learn how to communicate.
Big time. Big
Yeah.
time.
Sorry.
Great way to learn about how to listen to people and fully connect with them.
Yeah.
And learn about yourself in the same process.
Definitely.
And even when that it's okay for a no. It's actually
That's it.
okay for someone to say no.
Yep.
You know, and how to appreciate them in that moment.
Yep.
So yeah.
And you know what the last final thing is that we've got 4 people here can look for that button.
Hang on, wait, let's go, guys.
Hang on.
Now,
Where
where's
is it?
that
Where's it?
bloody
Where's it?
button? Where can you see it? Where is it?